I'm just going to do a mic check and then we'll get started. Okay, it's working. Okay, I think we're ready. All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm Zen Master Sebastian Rizzon, founder of the Mind Light Way School of Zen, and I host these guided meditations on the first Thursday of every month, and I host Dharma talks and meditations on the third Thursday of every month from 7 to 8 p.m. You can also find guided meditations and curated content on the Mind Light Way School of Zen YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and revisit any of these techniques, they're there for you. Again, welcome. Tonight's meditation is a summer meditation. Summer's a season of growth, movement, light, and activity. The world around us becomes more alive and active. People spend more time outside, traveling and connecting with others. There's more brightness, more heat, and more energy. That can all be beautiful, but all of these things can make the body feel restless. Our thoughts move more quickly from one to another, one feeling to another, one reaction to another. Before we know it, we're being carried away by our stream of thoughts. Around this time of year, with the 4th of July, we may hear a lot about freedom and independence. And in Zen, freedom is not just an idea. It's something we practice directly. Freedom in practice doesn't mean we just follow every thought or feeling. It means our mind becomes clear so that we don't get carried away by those impulses. The practice is simple. It works by changing the direction of your attention. Instead of being carried away by your thoughts, feelings, and reactions, you learn to disrupt your conditioned responses by returning your attention to what you're doing. Tonight, we'll practice this through breathing meditation, sound meditation, mantra meditation, and then we'll talk about how to bring this practice into moving meditation. Bringing our attention to our breath provides a way to steady our awareness. The sound meditation draws our attention into our immediate experience. The mantra meditation uses a simple phrase to focus our attention. And moving meditation helps us carry this clarity into the rest of our lives and activities. This is how meditation practice can be used to have an impact on your daily life. Tonight, you don't need to try to force anything we're doing. You don't need to figure out how it works. Just practice the method we're using in each segment. When a thought appears, don't judge it. Don't fight it. And don't allow yourself to build a story around it. Just return to the breath, the sound, or the mantra. Return to what you're doing. That return is the practice. As we move into the meditation, just sit comfortably, Keep your back and neck straight when you're sitting. Relax your shoulders. Let your hands rest in the center of your lap in the mudra position, so it'll be right hand, left hand, touching your thumbs, centered in your lap. Relax your face and your jaw. Make sure your teeth aren't touching. I had someone say to me the other day they were getting headaches while they were meditating. So a lot of that comes from the tension in your jaw and in your face, so try to relax that as well. Begin breathing a little bit slower and a little bit deeper than you usually do. Let your breath slow into a slow and steady rhythm. Bring your attention to the center of your heart. Feel your heart in the center of your chest. You can close your eyes if you like. If you want to keep them open for this meditation, just have your gaze at a 45-degree angle at the floor. As you breathe out, let the body relax. Imagine that you're breathing with your heart. You can place your hand on your heart if you'd like. Let each breath bring the mind, heart, and body together. As you breathe in, gather the scattered energy from your head and from your thoughts and bring it down into your chest and into your heart. When you breathe out, let the body release everything it doesn't need in this moment. Keep breathing slow and steady. There's no need to push thoughts away or chase after them. As soon as you recognize that your attention has moved on to thinking, just return your attention to your breath. Breathe in, gather your energy into your heart. Breathe out, relax the body, and release what you don't need. Slow and deep breathing like this sends a message to your body to relax. You can use a few slow and deep breaths anytime you feel anxiety or you feel like you need to reset yourself or relax. Just continue breathing slow, deep, and steady for the next few minutes. If the mind wanders, just return your attention to your breath. For the next few minutes, I'd like you to breathe normally and just count your breaths. Count each breath silently in your mind. If you lose count, that's okay. Just start over with one. Now take in one more deep breath and release it. Now we'll move into sound meditation. In this practice, the sound becomes the meditation. When the bowl sounds, let your attention be absorbed into the sound. Don't think about the sound. You don't need to make anything happen. Just hear the sound. As the sound continues, as it wavers and resonates, stay with it. Let the vibration consume the space that your thoughts usually reside. Let the sound carry your attention. If the sound fades into silence, remain with that silence. Now take one slow breath in and let it go. Now we'll continue with the mantra meditation. A mantra gives your mind one clear phrase to return to. The mantra we'll use for this meditation is Kwanseum Bosal. Kwanseum Bosal is the bodhisattva of love and compassion in Korean Zen. This mantra is a way of drawing compassion into your awareness. It's not just an idea. The practice of displacing our stream of thoughts with a mantra is a way to show compassion to ourselves by giving ourselves a break from our overactive brain and our overactive thoughts. It can relieve us from the burden of our thoughts. If your thoughts begin to scatter in different directions, return to the mantra as soon as you notice, without judging yourself. If an emotion rises, just let it go and return to the mantra. If the body becomes restless, take a deep breath and return to the mantra. Kwanseum Bosal, Kwanseum Bosal. If thoughts arise, if you start remembering, planning, or drifting off into stories, simply notice what's happening and return to the mantra. Kwanseum Bosal, Kwanseum Bosal. Now you can just repeat the mantra silently in your mind for a few minutes. Now let the mantra fade. Sit in the quiet clarity that remains. Feel the mind, heart, body, and breath in unison. The breathing, sound, and mantra gathered our attention into the present moment. And now we'll talk about how we can bring this clarity into the rest of our lives. Sitting meditation teaches us how to return our attention to this moment while the body is still. Moving meditation teaches us how to maintain this focus while we move through our lives. This is important. Zen is not something we do just when we're sitting on a cushion. It needs to be integrated into your life. Zen practice means keeping your awareness centered in the present moment. When you're walking, working, eating, creating, having a conversation, and responding to the life in front of you. Our stream of thoughts is constantly trying to carry us away. It shows up when we answer a message, talk to someone at work, or simply walk from one room into another. A feeling comes, a thought appears, then another thought follows it. Then the mind creates a story. Then the body reacts as if the story is true. And before we know it, we're not actually paying attention to what's happening or what we're doing. We're reacting to the momentum of our thoughts. Moving meditation interrupts that by engaging fully with our actions through whatever activity we're doing. That means when you wash a dish, completely focus on washing the dish in your hand. When you listen to someone, fully engage with the person in front of you. One simple way you can practice moving meditation is by going for a walk. Just bring your full attention to the act of walking. Feel the texture of the ground beneath your feet. Feel the movement of your body. Notice the subtleties of the sounds, the colors, the lights and the shadows. Feel the sensations as your body interacts with the world around you. And resist the urge to label or think too much about what you're experiencing. The point is not to think about your experience. The point is to engage so completely with what you're doing so that the self-commentary begins to drop away. Then your action becomes meditation. If you learn to apply this to the things you're doing in your life, you'll notice a big difference. The purpose of Zen is not to have a different idea about yourself. It's not about using spiritual language or coming up with a new story about your life. The point of Zen practice is to bring your awareness fully into this moment. Practicing this changes how you engage with what's happening. You learn to return your attention to what you're doing faster, and you don't need to rely on conditioned responses in the same way. You begin to see more clearly when your thoughts have carried you away from what's actually happening. Then you can come back. You can bring your attention back to what's happening and what you're doing. The practice is simple, but it can change the direction of your life. Instead of being carried away by every thought, feeling, and reaction, you constantly return to what you're doing. You could be doing any ordinary activity in your life. Walking, washing the dishes, cooking, making art, playing music, working or exercising. Whatever it is, just try to remain fully engaged without letting your mind wander. When thoughts pull you away, return your attention to this moment. When emotions come, return your focus to the task at hand. When your thoughts start explaining, judging, and predicting, return your focus to the activity you're doing. That is moving meditation. Summer is a season of movement. Life grows by moving. But what direction are you moving in? Without a clear direction, movement becomes restlessness. Without awareness, your actions can become habits that stifle your growth. Zen practice can give you the space you need to see what's happening and clarity about the direction in which you want to grow. You don't need to make drastic changes in your life for this to work. Just practice in the life you already have. Take some slow, deep breaths, wash a dish, clean your room, and make your bed. Fully engage in the next conversation you're having. Continue moving through your life, one step at a time, each action done with your complete attention. Right now you're sitting, but soon you'll move on from here. But don't leave the practice here. Let whatever you do after this meditation be part of the meditation. Now take a slow, deep breath in and let it go. Tonight we practiced mind-heart breathing, sound meditation, mantra meditation, and we talked about moving meditation. These are different forms of meditation, but the purpose is the same. They interrupt the usual stream of thought. These practices help you learn how to create mental space and allow you to return your attention to what's happening now. As you move through the rest of your day, choose one ordinary action and give your complete attention to it. The mind will still create thoughts, your feelings will still come and go, and you'll still react to the things happening around you. That's not a problem. The practice is returning your focus and your attention to what you're doing over and over again. Just keep going. Take one more deep breath, slowly, and release it. Thank you for taking this time to practice. And thank yourself for taking this time to do this practice. I hope you can continue this into the rest of your evening and to the rest of the summer and the seasons ahead. Thank you for joining us tonight and being part of our community. Really appreciate you all coming out. And I usually take questions from the audience here, or we have a live chat online if people are there and want to leave some questions or comments. It could be about anything on your mind, life, what more questions about Zen, about meditation, about the mind. This is my favorite part of the class, so feel free if anything's on your mind. Someone else may have the same questions as you. Any questions, comments, anything like that? Yeah.
I'll say that during the practice, there was a moment where I had an itch in the back of my head.
Mm-hmm.
I remember from previous Zen classes years ago, trying to let it go.
Mm.
So I didn't engage with it in any way.
Yeah. The comment was about having an itch or some, in this case, it could be any body sensation, but just trying to let it go. Sometimes if you're fighting it too bad and it's disturbing you, sometimes it's better to just itch it. I don't really have a super strong opinion on that. But yeah, sometimes you itch something, it makes it worse, right? So, yeah, I don't have like any hard rules about that. I think some schools are a little more strict, but I forgot to say it tonight. But usually I also say if any of these, if you're practicing on your own and any of these positions make you uncomfortable, feel free to adapt it, adjust it to be comfortable in these positions. I don't think that the posture, other than not doing a posture that's bad for your body, but other than that, I don't think the posture is, the particular sitting position is critical. I think you can, it's more about the quality of what you're doing with your thoughts, your mind, how focused you are. Any other questions? Let's see, anybody online here? All right, well, if no one has any questions, we can wrap it up here. I do have a few announcements I would make. In 2 weeks, we'll be here again for a Dharma talk in meditation. So in that class, it's the same time in 2 weeks, 7 to 8 p.m. on Thursday. In that class, I talk more about Zen philosophy, Zen practice. It's more of a teaching session. And then we also do one longer meditation, usually about 20 minutes or so. So if you're interested in that, I would strongly recommend coming out to that. They're usually a little more food for thought that goes with it, less instructional, more about what is Zen. A lot of it is about the mind and your being and what the purpose is of life, things like that. So, and if you'd like to stay connected to our community, you're always welcome to join. We have a few different types of memberships, and we have part of those is like a Zen inquiry group where we get together online and discuss Zen, talking about those. You can find all of that information on our website at mindlightway.org. You'll also find the whole schedule as far as the Dharma talks. We also have creative art and writing groups. So we get together and we meditate, and we do a form of moving meditation through our art, just working on our own art projects, basically, or writing projects. We also have full moon ceremonies hosted by our Nadia, who's one of the teachers here. And then this month we have a few of the people, members and teachers here will be facilitating a wellness fest at Wu's Martial Arts in Arlington. So that's like a workshop. It's like a 4-hour workshop with different movements, somatic movements, meditation. There's a few people not necessarily from Zen backgrounds. There's a long breathing session. You remember what it's called? It's called breath work, but it's a lot of like heavy breathing, and I did it last year. It kind of gives you some interesting internal feelings when you do the type of breathing they instruct you through. Yeah, so if you want information about that, that's also on our website, or there's a couple flyers in the back there. And other than that, our school is a all of this exists because you keep showing up and keep supporting us. So I appreciate that. We are a nonprofit school. So we do rely solely on donations. We try to keep these classes free and open to the general public. But if you'd like to contribute and help out, you can find information about this on the back table on the way out, or in the description of the YouTube channel. And any support you give is greatly appreciated, and just showing up is a great support for the school. So, and joining us, our community, and our practice. Thanks again for joining us and being part of the community. And if you'd like to hang out, you don't need to rush out. You're welcome to stick around for a few minutes and strike up a conversation, ask more about anything. If you'd like to offline, we'll be here. So thanks again. Have a good night.